Hello everyone, and welcome back to my Let's Play of the Seance at Blake Manor. You may notice that we are in a different place from where we ended last episode. Allow me to explain why. After the end of the last episode, I went through a few of the rooms trying to find the sigilled logbox that we haven't checked yet, and it was in Mantovani's bedroom. So I actually found it on second bedroom check. And after looking into that, I realized that there was a major topic we haven't discussed with Mantovani yet. And that is why we are here. There is Mantovani, and something that we should really talk to her about is her family. Because it is kind of a big deal and probably one of the last pieces of evidence that we need. So let's begin with that. And after that, I think we will go to Quinn to give her back her book.
Signor Ward, we meet again.
Yes. So, your family. Do you have family back home, Miss Mantovani? Yes, a big one. More uncles, aunts, cousins, nieces, and nephews than you could count. All in another's pockets, knowing business and having opinions. Laboring on the same farmlands, day in and out, with no hope for a better life. I miss them. When I was young, it was a terrible life for me. But now, as I age, I had hoped. ... do not mind me, Signor Ward. There we go. And now, I suppose we can form a hypothesis on Miss Mantovani. And probably get some action done with her. Carmela Mantovani's goal is to... so it was related to her family, so probably to conduct the seance, despite it killing her, as she wants to provide for her family.
Miss Mantovani is ill. Clearly her work is taking its toll. Another seance might be too much for her body to handle. I should find and confront her about this.
Well, luckily finding her is not difficult.
Signor,
Your goal is to conduct the seance, despite it killing you, as you want to provide for your family.
it is not just those of us speaking to ghosts who are uncovering secrets, is it, Signor? I have had time to consider, to decide. This is not where I wanted to spend my last days. But at least this way, my death will have use. The last I've spent on this grand seance. It will be something to be remembered. And this contract will serve my family well. It is not perfect. But few things are.
I don't know your family situation, but in general, I feel like killing yourself for the sake of your family is maybe not a good idea.
Signor Ward, I have a favor I must ask of you.
Okay, what is it?
Signor Ward, I believe you to be a good man. I will not survive this seance. Even if I hadn't already known it for myself. I have seen it in my cards. I have resigned myself to this. I have reason for seeing this seance through, my family. I left when I was young, when I realized this gift gave me a way out. And what a life he has given me. I have performed in the old world and the new. Every kind of party I have been to. I even read for Queen Victoria. And through her granddaughter, I performed a seance for the Tsar and his mad monk. I could not have asked for more. But I do not have much left. All I earned, I spent. I could always earn more. But the time for that is at its end. I want to give something some fraction of the comfort I have had. This event, it pays well. Too much even. But at a time when I needed much. But now I fear I will be gone before I can get this money to them. Please, Signor, I will give you the secret to the lockbox in my room.
Okay, so this is how we learn the sigil.
Per favore, you must go to my room and get my earnings. Take this symbol. It will open my lockbox. A key to my room. I suspect you already have. When the seance is done, please, ensure my family gets the full amount.
Declan is so fucking pale. Is he an actual vampire?
And let them know I am sorry that I left, but that I love them always.
Is this the reason why we find vampire references everywhere? Is it because Declan is a vampire?
Of course.
Grazie. Now, go.
Okay, somewhat surprisingly, I guess we cannot dissuade her from doing the seance, but I suppose we can do this at least. Do what? I'm not sure where I was going with that. Okay, this was the wrong place to start. 3, 4, 5. Yeah, okay, this works out. I'll put this away for safekeeping. I'll make sure it gets to Miss Mantovani's family. I can hardly imagine how the other guests are going to react. Would they go through with the seance if they found out what it would do to Miss Mantovani? I pray the Lord shows them compassion. They don't own their complicity? They don't know their complicity? At least Miss Mantovani has chosen to die on her own terms. It is a luxury too few of us are afforded. Miss Mantovani will conduct the seance and die as a result. Miss Mantovani has asked me to ensure her family gets her money, so her death is not in vain. Okay, apparently this still counts. Even though we haven't actually protected her from the seance and is literally nothing has changed. And the achievement is Nesek. We have not gathered facts to eliminate a suspect. Okay, Mantovani is done. Isham is done. So I think we are now going to go to Quinn. We don't really have anything on Barbosa, although, yeah, let's go to Quinn. Let's do Quinn's thing, and maybe this will lead us to finding Shade's real name. Otherwise, I'm not sure where we will get it. But okay, turns out knocking off Mantovani's quest was pretty easy. I don't even know where Barbosa is most of the time. She just kind of seems to disappear. Quinn, I've got your book.
What? Listen, sir, I don't want to. Unless you have...
I do have the records book.
Actually, I believe I might have the records you're looking for.
Wait, you... Look at that, you do indeed. Where was it?
Miss Barbosa had it.
How did she get it? Of course. I loaned it to her during tea and then forgot. Too many late nights researching. Speaking of which, on page 78 and... Oh, that's what I was looking for. Thank you, sir. You've helped me a lot. I don't know why you would, but you have.
Okay, bringing you a book is really not that much of an effort.
I don't think... I haven't seen you before the incident with the bird, unless I'm wrong.
Rest assured, miss, we haven't met. My name's Declan Ward. I've only arrived recently.
Even then, I could still have missed you if you hadn't come by the library, I mean. Anyhow, I'm pleased to meet you, Mr. Ward. My name is Quarantine Quinn. You can call me Quarantine, and I might now owe you a favor.
You're having some sort of mental issues. Your memory thing and demeanor are odd.
But for now, thank you sincerely. And do please excuse me, I have work to do.
And she buggered off. She seems to have left something behind. What is Miss Quinn planning? A scrap of paper left in the library by Miss Quinn. It seems to suggest an intention to undertake something strange. Requires a body of water. Okay, she can use the bathtub. Okay, let's go there then. I guess she's trying to perform some kind of scrying ritual, like the whale scrying Fiat is doing. What are you up to?
It's locked. Miss Quinn must be in there. What on earth is she up to? The door is locked. I want to know what's going on in there. I'll have to check back later.
That sucks. We don't have all that much time. Okay. I guess in that case we need to focus on Barbossa. And Barbossa is in the stables. Yes, let's go and talk to Barbossa. See if we can fish out some information from her. I don't think we can do anything with any of these staff until we get basement access. Next hour is talk on Irish mythology. Okay, then bar opens, and the bar opening is also free time of sorts. I think we probably have enough time to do everything, but we'll see. Who knows what sort of events happen that limit our time. Yapping with Callahan. Nope, just standing around. Okay, we cannot examine the carriage for any signs of past damage. That we had already opened. There it is, Barbossa. Yes, more questions. Do you have much in the way of family back home? None. My mother was an escaped slave. She raised me in Quilombo. I lived there my whole life, almost entirely not leaving, until slavery was abolished in 1888. Even then, we were slow to trust the outside. But last year, my mother and I went to Rio to see Christmas there. She was nervous, but I was excited. We ate oranges and sugar nuts. Despite the heat, we even tried a malt wine. As a gift, we took a photograph. I'm glad we did. It's all I have left of her. A man saw us that day, a captain of the forest who had run-ins with my mother and her camp. His job was to recapture slaves, back when slavery was in full force. Bitter at having never found our settlement, he followed us back that day. Then he returned that night with some friends, all of them drunk. They began to shoot up the place, killing many, including my mother. Those they did not kill, they captured, and so my home was destroyed, and my family killed and scattered. My lord. Yes, I feel adrift in the world. Maybe someday I will find something good in that freedom, but not yet. Okay. What else do we ask you about? Yourself, I suppose? Tell me about yourself, Miss Barbossa. What is there to tell? I have already told you I'm from Rio. Well, I said Brazil, but Rio was my home. But home is different since the uprising. Mostly good, but not all good. Isn't that the way of such things? I decide now is a good time to travel, see the world. I suppose I'm a drifter now. I have drifted a long way, yes? About Quinn? Have you had the opportunity to talk to Miss Quinn? The girl with the books, yes? Briefly, we sat together at a meal. I mentioned my father was Irish, and she gave me a book of local records. A strange gesture, maybe, but not a bad one. Okay, not helpful. Do you know Miss Dean? No more than I know you, but I already do not like her. She knows too much. What business is it of hers to know so much? She's like a spy, or a thief. Or maybe she has spies and thieves in her employ. Whatever the case, she's a sneak to be watched. Okay.
Sure.
I mean, we know how Miss Dean knows Miss Barbosa. They blackmail thing. Learn Shay's real name, though. Who? I guess we could ask Dara about Barbosa. That is an option. I guess we could also check Dean's room again, although I am not sure if that would help us. No, I feel like we have gotten through this. Someone local. I guess Dara isn't local. Callahan isn't really local. Maybe? What clues do we have for you? Discussable in Dupre and Priest. And everything else is only discussable with Barbosa. I guess let's discuss the fashion thing.
More question?
I noticed you're picking up some of the local fashion. I left in a hurry and packed light. What would you have me do? Please? Okay, not helpful.
Sure.
Burial record is... I guess let's go and talk to the priest. He is in the catacombs. I suppose that also while in the ballroom we can ask Joyce about Barbosa. Although I feel like that would not really help us. So, Joyce, right, Joyce fucked off and is with Dupre. I mean, you're probably going to help us even less, Miss Murphy. Barbosa. Have you met Miss Barbosa? We only talked a little, sir. She's traveled far, further than I am, for sure. But can you believe she has no interest in learning magic? That magic just means living fully, or something like that. Well, is she not right, in a way? Well, it doesn't make sense, sir. How can you live fully if you don't learn magic?
I'll leave you.
Questionable, but maybe, yeah. I mean, if you're interested in that sort of thing, then I guess. Okay, let's go and chat with the priest. Who was, I think, somewhere like here.
Yes.
You. What do you make of this?
What else do you expect me to say, other than somebody has recently died? My condolences, etc., to Miss Barbosa.
Fair enough. I found this map of the catacombs underneath the manor.
Did you know? Might I see it? It seems self-contained. Only 2 entrances, both that connect to the greater grounds. No hidden ways out of there. I had hoped one path at least led to a wider complex. Thank you for showing me this, my child.
You're welcome.
I'll take my...
Go with God.
Well then, let's go and attend a talk on Irish mythology, I think, yes. Okay, the priest left. Okay, they have... The basement is now accessible, so after the talk we are going to the basement. That is an important part. Um, where is Dara, I wonder? Oh, priest is in the library. Let's pop out and see who is hanging out here. Okay, it is just Darcy. What is Dara supposed to be currently doing? Amos is absent. Harley is in his office. And yeah, Ophin is missing, of course. Dara is in the stables. Then we'll get to that later. After the talk. Let's hear it out. Is it Coventry? No, I think Coventry is giving a talk later on history.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I am Dr. Rory Callahan, and I'm pleased to see you all here. I'd like to give my thanks, first of all, to you good people for attending this talk of mine, and to the Marquess for inviting me to speak. I'm going to talk to you today about the mythology of Ireland, the generations of mythical figures that were said to walk this land before us.
I like Rory Callahan. He is probably my favorite character all around in this group.
And the story of our forefathers, as legend tells it, and how they secured our place here on this small part of the planet that we call home. It'll help you to understand that there are 4 cycles in Irish mythology. First, there's the mythological cycle. It concerns the most ancient reaches of our mythology, a time when a godlike race, the Tuatha Dé Danann, they shared this land with the Aoishi, or the fair folk, on which my aunt has already spoken to you. Secondly, there is the Ulster cycle, which took place around the birth of Christ. It mostly concerns the warfare of the regional kingdoms that made up what we now know as Ireland. The third cycle is the Fenian cycle, which focuses less on gods and their ilk, or even royalty. It concerns itself with the exploits of hunters and bards, especially the Fianna, led by the hero Fiann McCool. And finally, there is the fourth cycle, the cycle of kings. This cycle, as you may guess, tells the story of the kings of Ireland, often with a moral to their story about the qualities that are desirable or undesirable in a king.
The undesirable quality is
Even
being a
after
king.
the first cycle, where they're seen most often, the Tuatha Dé Danann occur in many tales throughout Irish mythology. They're not gods in the Christian sense. They do not have the same level of power, nor are they all-knowing. Rather, they're more akin to the gods found in ancient Greece or Rome. They are understood to have dominion over certain aspects of life, yes, but they were also understood to exist in a form possible for mortals to encounter, and bound by degrees of the practical nature that this implies. Their plans, as we find in these myths, can be waylaid or circumvented by wily heroes. Indeed, many is the god that has died at human hands, or close enough to how we see death for it to be functionally the same in our eyes. Which brings me to the Milesians. The Milesians, our ancestors, at least for those Irish in the room, did not start their story in Ireland, but were a group of people who had travelled the earth for many hundreds of years. They came from Iberia, first led by a man named Each, who met with the 3 High Kings of Ireland, members of the Tuatha Dé Danann. He also met his end in Ireland, though the myths do not agree as to who or what killed him. Regardless, descendants of his brother's line, the 3 brothers, Amergin, Eramon, and Eberfin, would later come to Ireland seeking the vengeance for Eoch's death. To do so, their forces travelled to the royal capital of Ireland to confront the kings he held responsible for their uncle's demise. The Milesians and the High Kings negotiated a truce, in which the Milesians would stay 3 days anchored offshore in their fleet. But it was a trick. The Tuatha Dé Danann conjured a storm to wreck their foe's fleet. However, Amergin was a legendary poet and calmed the winds with magical verse. Those ships that outlasted the storms took again to land, and after great wars were waged, the survivors negotiated their peace. When offered half the land, the Milesians agreed, and cunningly took the upper half, relegating the Tuatha Dé Danann to the other world below. The land above was divided by Amergin between his brothers, giving the north to Ereman and the south to Eberfin. They became the new High Kings of Ireland, then known in the Irish tongue as Era, in tribute to one of the sovereignty goddesses of old. Thank you all so much for listening. I hope this gives you an understanding of where we've come from, of the kind of people we are. A people who cannot be wiped out, who can overcome any force and the tricks they may use. A people who will not stop until this land is theirs once more.
On the topic of the name Airy, I actually learned something interesting here, is that sometimes people try to use whole island Airy as a sort of authentic name, quote unquote, but the official state decided like English language name for Ireland is Ireland, and there is a political underpinning to it, as during the British colonial rule and up to until very recently, the English crown was trying to use different names to separate the island as a place from its people and minimize the sort of claim Irish have on Ireland. So it is a state policy that Ireland should be called Ireland in English to connect it to the Irish. I've given them some time. What if the staff have finished moving those boxes in the basement yet?
I should close the mystery of the basement's secrets.
Yes, we should. We will get to that ASAP. Yeah, I guess let's ask you about the death certificate. Miss Barbosa seems to have suffered a great loss indeed. So she tells me, Mr. Ward. Grief is an old friend in my line of work, but it still does me no good to see her visit a warm-hearted soul. What? To see her visit a warm-hearted soul like what? Okay, oh, he means he is sad that grief is visiting Barbosa, not anything else, I see. I can ask you about the Milesian blood? Okay. I heard recently that Miss Dean descended from a powerful blood of Milesians. Good for her. I'm told she's a talented practitioner. I'm not sure that her bloodline plays any part in that, but it sounds impressive. Hopefully not so impressive that some lunatic comes looking for her blood. Don't look at me like that, Mr. Ward. People have done worse for the progress of less. Do you know Barbosa? Wait, I haven't asked you about Evelyn Dean? That's surprising. Have you spoken with Miss Barbosa? Ah, I have. She is an interesting woman. She said she's got some business in the country, apparently. Though you'd have to ask her for the details. We ended up talking more about Ireland than our own affairs.
Not at all.
Okay, let's skedaddle. Curious what I need to do to get Barbosa's information. My only current idea is to ask a local, which could be like Varley, I guess, or Marquez Blake. You could actually be the person. Do I ask you about map of the region? Probably not. Has Miss Barbosa talked with you? Oh, yes. If she were not from the far side of the world, I would have forgotten her entirely. How she ended up here, I do not know. She is quite clear that the event holds little interest to her. Okay, not helpful. I don't think I care about anything else here. Maybe map of the region?
If you listen.
Should I ask you about the strange device? Nah. It feels like a plot device, not something I would actually benefit from. First of all, let's go talk to Durham. Alright, we did attend lunch. The lunch was with Marquez. You. Mr. Hunter.
Mr. Ward, how are you?
There is a lot to talk about. I guess let's start with Mary Blake. What do you know of Marquess Blake's late wife? I didn't know the woman, I'm afraid. I was hired on after her death. Mr. Joyce speaks well of her, though. I came across this map. I think it might be the catacombs below the manor. I still can't believe there are catacombs here. I wonder if that key... No, never mind. Elaborate? What key? What key? Have you met Miss Barbosa? I have. She found me out here working, and had all sorts of questions about the land around here. Answered them as best I could, of course. Don't know why. Especially, she wanted to know. But she's not going to do any harm with it, now is she? Okay. What do you know of Walter Blake? The young master? He is a good lad. I take him for walks around the grounds from time to time, but he doesn't talk much. I am told he's been quiet since the carriage accident that killed his mother and maimed him. Before my time all that was. But he does like to go through her maze when I have him out. Mazes hear something awful, the poor lad. You'll think me a madman for asking this, but have you ever seen a portal on the grounds? Portal? Like a window? Of sorts. A portal. A portal to another... How do I put this? If you mean to say a portal to another world, then no. I've seen nothing like that in my time here. But if you saw one, or you think you did, I'd believe it. This place has secrets for sure, and it's selective about who it shows them to. I guess we ask about the catacombs? There are tunnels beneath the house. Really? Filled with skeletons. There. No, there can't be. Okay, dude, you already confessed that there are. I'd know about something like that. I've been working here for years. I wouldn't have missed. How could I miss? Bullshit. Your goal is to bind Miss Dean to protect Miss MacLeod from harm.
That's about it. This whole event is bad news. That Dean woman is worse. There's nothing I wouldn't do for Ivy, you know. A spell to keep her safe is nothing at all. And it's not like it'll do Miss Dean any harm. I've no interest in that. Not once Ivy is fine and well. But there's only so much I can do. If you're looking into everyone's business... Look, you make sure Ivy is safe again and I'll break my charm. You have my word. Just make sure whatever effect is being put on Ivy is lifted, and I'll lift mine on Miss Dean. If Miss Dean has bound Ivy's vision in some way, then she'll have to have put the components for it somewhere. That's how binding works. Same as with my charm and the chimney. I took this key from her one day, when she was out horse riding. It looks like it belongs to the manor, but I don't recognize it. Might it unlock something in those catacombs you mentioned? You'll have better luck than me, I'd wager.
Ah. Okay. Interesting. Did not expect that to go like that. I thought the second side was being limited by Kenai. Was Kenai dragging for something else? Let's start with the catacombs. We'll get back to the basement later. I think we can wrap up Lau, MacLeod, and Dara, and then do the basement. It was cell 7, which is straight ahead. According to Mrs. Lau's map, Miss Dean's materials should be hidden at the far edge of the cell. There is nothing visible to the naked eye at least. But maybe if I feel my way around the wall, maybe it is that suspicious brick. Oh yes, who could have seen it coming? It It is truly incredible that Dean managed to make enemies out of absolutely everyone in this manner. A loose brick, and there is something inside. This must be what Mrs. Lau is after. What a place to hide it. Okay, Declan, move on. Blackmail envelope. I shan't be opening it. How nice of him. And again, it takes us a minute to leave. Annoying. Where are the... where is MacLeod and Lau? Let's see here. Unknown. Unknown. I guess I have not asked them. In that case, let's go through the garden to check the hedge maze and... Okay, this is still inaccessible. To check the hedge maze and the church. And if they are not there, then who knows? Nope, this is just Omira. And in the hedge maze, what do we have there? That's Mantovani and no one else. So we are out of here. Just to be sure, I didn't... yeah, I didn't make a mistake. They're not in the drawing room. If they're on the first floor, then we do not know about that. Yes, we could show Dara the envelope, although I feel like this is something we should give to... probably to Lau or to MacLeod, not to Dara. But he might be receptive. Okay, you are in the lobby. Well, at this point I wish I asked Lau or MacLeod about where the hell they are and what their schedule is. Because now, who knows where I will find them. They could be in their rooms. I suppose they could also be in the library. Yeah, let's check the library. Nope, not them. Do we have... This is Irish mythology, gods, plague, medical codes, lucid dreaming? No. Spiritualism, religion, Irish folklore, Irish mythology, world mythology. Where is Irish history? Archaeology. Is there Irish history? Flora and fauna, world history, Irish history. Okay, no information on Shay here. As expected, honestly. Hello, Father Synod. Yeah, we don't really have anything to talk to you about.
I'll take...
Okay, in that case, I guess let's... I forget. Have we talked to Queen? Was Queen in the last hour? Let's go check the bathroom quickly. Yeah, Queen is in the drawing room now, so her ritual was last hour. So we can do this now. Ritual items. Wait, this is a 2, 4... Nope, that's a dead end. A stump full of ghosts. What was Queen doing? What kind of bullshit magic is this? What is all this? Is she trying to summon somebody? Something? Summoning a ritual. As we have used the key in Queen. Currently, Queen's goal is to perform a summoning ritual to anchor the no, to remove the curse from the Queen family.
Miss Quinn wants to lift the curse on her family. I should find and confront her about this.
Okay. So we go to that zone. I guess just in case, let's check this corridor for posterity and see if they're in their bedrooms or something. Okay, yes, Lau is in her bedroom, and then MacLeod is probably in her bedroom. Declan, for the love of God, please just knock on the door. You win.
Hello, Mr. Ward.
Your goal is to perform a summoning ritual to remove the curse from the Queen family.
You figured that out, did you? Why I'm nose deep in all these godforsaken books. You're right, of course. I will... Well, you have a look about you that says I don't have to plead the veracity of my case. Is that right? Oh, thank God. That's what all my work is about. I'm trying to lift the curse before it kills the last of us. But just our luck, I've reached a dead end. After everything. All this work, all this death, it couldn't just be simple. God forbid. God forbid I actually manage it. I have it, you know. The name of the woman who cursed my family. Biddy Eve O'Connor. And if I could only speak to her, I might be able to appease her. But there are too many spirits with her name. And without some item from her, I just cannot reach her. And I can't see what else I could do about it. I will keep trying, of course. But I think my fate is sealed. Mine and my little sisters. We'll all die like the rest of my family because of the cruelty of my ancestors.
Is it going to be related to Barbossa?
Bastards. All of them. And that's that. What else is there to say about it? I don't want to talk about this any longer. But, look, take this. If you find anything to do with it all, tell me, would you? God knows there's nothing else for it.
Okay. Aha. There's the connection. We've got it now. Okay, well, next time I find Barbossa... where the hell is Barbossa anyway? I don't think we know. No, man, she's in the lobby. We do know. Then we can go and do that. I also really want to get into the basement, but I want to cover as many people's things as possible.
This might be useful to you, miss.
It's research of the O'Connor family. I notice it bears the same crest as your brooch.
What? But this is... There's so much detail here. Where did you get this?
It's Miss Quinn's work. She's been researching the O'Connor family for a ritual she wants to conduct. The woman she's focused on, a Biddy Eve O'Connor, had a son who emigrated. I was hoping you would check the date of his departure against that of your father.
Yes, they line up. But his name is Seamus O'Connor, not Shay. A cousin, maybe.
Hang on, I can't believe I didn't make the connection before now. But Shay is often used as a shorthand for Seamus.
So I have been looking for the wrong name?
It is possible. Or we may have the wrong man altogether.
So, this doesn't mean...
I'm surprised Quinn didn't make that connection, considering Barbosa wears the pin with the crest everywhere. And Quinn has been obsessing about that family.
No, it does not. But Miss Quinn says her ritual is a matter of life and death, and that she requires an item from that family, which, it turns out, may be your family. So, do you think she might borrow that brooch of yours for her purpose? If she is right, it would not only help her, but also confirm we have the right man.
Then how can I refuse? Come, let us find the Queen woman.
Okay, we might wrap this up.
Thank you, Miss Barbosa. This could well save the lives of the last people that truly matter to me.
I do not understand how being in a bathroom with two strangers is helping, but I'm eager to learn.
And I appreciate it. All right. One more time. Hear me, Biddy Eve O'Connor. I call you from beyond the grave. Hear me, child of the family you damned. Hear me, so that we may bury all this grief.
Santo Cristo, fantasma.
Are you Biddy Eve O'Connor?
Wow, look at that! A direct communication with the spirit! Who could have expected this?
The same Biddy Eve O'Connor that cursed Fionn Quinn and his descendants?
I am going to keep making fun of the premise of this grand seance. I'm sorry.
Good. My name is Quarantine Quinn. I am of the third generation of the Quinn family since Fionn Quinn, and now one of the three of us that remain. It is myself and my two sisters. The people that wronged you, and they did wrong you, I will not deny it. They're long since dead by your curse. My ancestors sinned against you, but we did not. For the sake of my life, for my dear sisters' lives, I implore you to release us from your curse. Would you consider this? Now the man who hurt you so is dead. Excellent. All right. Let me think. Do you require your bones to be laid to rest?
What does that mean?
If too many candles blow out, the ritual will be over, spent, and I will have lost my chance. My family will be doomed.
Oh.
Do you have some unfinished business here that I could see to on your behalf?
How many candles are too many?
I would assume one more.
I don't know, but I don't like the chances. The spell is already failing. I don't think it will survive another wrong question. Another extinguished candle.
What did your ancestors do to deserve all this?
They betrayed their fellow Catholics to the crown, and then they took the land. Oh, maybe. Biddy O'Connor, you would have me relinquish my claim on that land, the money from it. Oh, why didn't I see it? Miss Barbosa, Inez, would you accept the Quinn lands and the money we made from it?
What?
Oh, well, to be totally honest.
It was ill-got. It shouldn't be ours. And if it will satisfy Biddy O'Connor for her descendant to have it, will you take it? Please.
You are serious? Yes. I will accept it.
Oh shit.
Biddy Eve O'Connor, from the bottom of my heart, I offer you my deepest apologies for all the wrong done to you. And my promise. The Quinn fortune will go to Inez Barbosa. She can do with it as she likes. I will relinquish every acre and every penny of it immediately. This I swear to you on my honor and my life. And if that's all that need be said, then I bid you goodbye, Biddy O'Connor, and thank you. May you rest in peace. Come, Miss Barbosa. We'll go to the telegraph room and send word to my lawyers so they can get the paperwork in order.
Lead the way, I suppose.
You'll be needed too, Mr. Ward. To witness. Come along, would you?
I kind of have things to do.
I know this is a seance, but I did not expect to see a ghost quite so close. And for her to be my grandmother.
Yes. I am sure it is a lot to take in. But look, that hardly matters now. I'm going to write to my solicitor and have him prepare everything for you. All we will need then is to get the deeds to you. Now, you sign here to prove you accepted them. Then you here, Mr. Ward, as witness.
So you are serious? It was not a lie to trick the spirit.
Well, completely and utterly serious, Miss Barbosa. One does not trick ghosts and come off the better for it.
Inês. Just call me Inês. All this? It's hard to comprehend.
Well, you have the rest of your life to get your head around it, Inez. And now, so do I. And if I am to call you that, then you must call me Quarantine. I've always hated Miss Quinn.
If you say so, Quarantine. Plenty of time to get familiar now, yes?
Isn't there just? But you know, I think I am done with summoning the damned. I'm going to skip the seance and do something I've not done for some time. Think about the future.
Very good. And I now have my father's real name. Seamus O'Connor. As much as I value the lands and wealth, that is the real treasure in all of this.
This is a bizarre plot line. Miss Queen will no longer be attending the seance. Miss Queen has removed the generational curse from her family by returning their lands and wealth to those they wronged. You have not. Okay. Let's make a hypothesis. Inez Barbosa's goal is to reconnect to start a new life. To start a new life in her father's homeland now that her old life has gone up in flames. Yeah, Declan, this is...
Barbosa came here to outrun her criminal records and start a new life in her father's homeland. I should find and confront her about this.
Declan, we kind of knew all of this for over a day. You are really behind the ball here. Your goal is to start a new life in your father's homeland, now that your old life has gone up in flames.
Well, yes, that's about it. And I think that appears to be going well for me, yes?
Pretty much so, yeah.
Still, I have learned much about the summoning of ghosts.
Have you?
And I have my father's name now. Do you think I could see him somehow?
Oh, don't start this shit now. Oh, damn it. Okay. We were so close to wrapping you up. Right. Fucking hell. I guess before we end the episode, let's go yap with Callahan. Unless it takes a lot of time, in which case I think I will prioritize the basement over Callahan. Callahan is back in the drawing room. He's not at the stables. He was in the stables last hour. There you are.
Mr.
Miss Barbosa is after a photograph of her late father. Do you know how I might be able to get something like that?
You're looking for spirit photography there. And it just so happens I might well be able to help you.
I know, that's why I came to you.
I will need her father's name to summon him for the photograph.
I have it already. His name was Seamus Shea O'Connor.
Seamus O'Connor? All right then. Why don't we find Miss Barbosa and go get set up?
Let's get that done.
Now, you need to hold still. Very still, if you would.
Mm-hmm.
Would you look at that? A spooky ghost.
I think it turned out quite well. How do you like it?
I love it.
It's generally understood that the clearer an image one attains, and the closer the spirit is to the subject, the more present they are. Which is to say, your father seems to be watching over you.
Oh, thank you for this. Really.
You're most welcome, Miss Barbosa. Sincerely.
Okay, that done. And it didn't even take us any
I'll develop
time.
another copy for you, just in case something happens to the first one.
You don't have to do that.
Nonsense. It's no trouble. I'll get it to you just as soon as I'm able. Your father's name, I take it he was Irish?
He was. That's how I came to be here.
And how do you find it now you're here?
It would be hard to explain how much this magic house has done for me this day. And now that I have this image, I feel no desire to attend this seance. What a strange relief that gives me.
Yay! Mystery solved. Miss Barbosa will no longer be attending the seance. With her father's name, picture, and ownership of his old land, Miss Barbosa's new start is ready to begin. And we are down to one button. The third light is gone now too. What thresholds do the lights measure? Okay, and we got the achievement, reparations. Yep. Okay. These three we will get to eventually. And for everything else, we just need the basement. He still mourns the loss of his mother. Well, something is new there, but who knows what it is. In any case, let's go to the basement and wrap up our episode. If Dara is by these tables, I think I will pop there to ask him a question about the blackmail evidence. To see if this is actionable in any way, but it's possible that we need to bring the evidence to Lau or MacLeod. And in that case, we just need to wait for them to come out. Hello there, Dara.
I found some documents Miss Dean had on Miss MacLeod and Mrs. Lau after using the key you gave me for the catacombs. Do you make anything of that?
Knew that Dean woman was trouble. We should bring this to Ivy and Mrs. Lau.
Okay, good. We can trigger it from any of them.
For all that trouble,
I suppose you really did not imagine we'd ever just get our hands on everything to be able to just burn it away. But that's all of it, isn't it? There's nothing else.
That's everything.
Oh, I could cry.
No need for that now, lass. You're all right. Oh, but you do like to make me worry, don't you?
I'm just making sure you haven't lost your touch. Oh, but Dara, I'm sorry.
Sorry? You haven't a thing to be sorry about. But let's keep you two out of any more trouble, eh? Well, while that sight of yours is coming back, love, both of you keep these with you. They'll keep you safe during that seance. I've a bad feeling about that one.
Thank you, Mr. Hunter. You're very good to us.
There's not much I wouldn't do for Ivy, Mrs. Lau. And now she's a grown woman. I trust her to know what's best for her. So you'd best not prove her wrong in that. You understand?
Dara!
Of course, Mr. Hunter. And Mr. Ward, too. You really do both have my thanks. One day, I hope to repay you.
We are really not going to mention the dragging card.
Oh, certainly. If there's anything you ever need.
But, Ivy, I do have to talk to you. I need to apologize. You should know everything.
I'd better get back to my duties. I'll leave you be.
Yes, I think myself and Victoria have a lot to discuss now. Thank you both for your help.
And that's a wrap for 3 more stories. Miss MacLeod will attend the seance, but under the protection of Mr. Hunter's ward. Having dispensed of the blackmail material gathered by Miss Dean, she is now free to live in peace with Mrs. Lau. Mrs. Lau will attend the seance, but she will be protected by Mr. Hunter's ward. Having destroyed the blackmail materials, Mrs. Lau is now able to focus on her relationship with Miss MacLeod. Mr. Hunter will attend the seance, but under the protection of a charm he made. Mr. Hunter has done all he can to protect Miss MacLeod from the whims of Miss Dean. And we got the achievement White Knight. Okay, good progress, good progress. I think we are down to just Coventry and the staff. And this also took us only 1 minute, so we can safely go to the basement and investigate to our heart's content for all of 12 minutes. But that investigation will happen next time. As for today, this is enough for 1 episode. We are already over an hour in. So, and we had quite decent progress. Here we are, off in the basement. So, let's take a look at this again. Yeah, it is Seance, Doyle. Doyle we still haven't crossed out. He is maybe suspicious. Well, he's less suspicious than Coventry. Coventry is full of shit. But yeah, it is just that part. We have 7 people. So, thank you for watching everyone, and have a good day. Goodbye.